Guys, running a small business is fucking hard. And running and keeping a small business afloat during the pandemic, that's the Lord's work.
Even harder.
Almost impossible, which is why it was quite the blow when the owners of the Canfora Bakery in Milwaukee discovered that they'd been burglarized. This is back on April 19th, and granted, 420 Eve is the biggest day for theft of baked goods in this country, but it wasn't just munchies that the thief stole. He also made off with cash and valuable equipment.
Well, you know, to be fair, if you're
That's what you're supposed to do.
super stoned, you're not gonna. I mean, like you're gonna eat a couple of pastries, and then you're gonna realize like you could probably turn one of the baking equipments into like a bong or something.
But
and
Pat,
then you
that's
need
what
some
you're
money
supposed to do
to
as a
go to
thief.
Home Depot, and
Yeah.
and then you could complete the design.
Yeah, you're not gonna just thieve for cupcakes. You're supposed to steal the cash and stuff.
Yeah, no, I made that up. It's not. It doesn't have baked goods. 420 Eve doesn't have anything to do with anything. This guy just
Really?
put in a bakery. Yeah, seriously.
I thought that added up. I thought you really connected the dots and
I knew
done
it was
the
a
research.
Joke, but it's a joke that's just true.
Yeah,
Right?
it's good. It's a good joke, I think. Good for me, guys. The burglar didn't leave many clues behind, and the owners, Karen and Eric Krieg, had to go on. All they had to go on was a grainy image from the bakery security camera, so not much. And as anyone who's been the victim of petty theft can tell you, there isn't too much that the police can do with just a picture of a criminal.
There's nothing the police can do with like a full fingerprint. One time, Mark and I's house got busted into, and then all the police come out there with like the fingerprints. They stole like PFT's laptop, I think.
Yeah,
in this,
and mine.
Yeah, and
Two
yours.
laptops.
So they come in. The cops come in. They dust for prints, and then they like show us the handprint.
Perfect
They're
print.
like,
They said it's probably a child because of the size. So it's someone
Like,
under the age of 18, based on the size of the fingerprints. It's the perfect print.
That's
Oh,
all
we
they
got
can
three.
tell you.
And then so we're like, oh, so when's this going to be solved? And then they like Big Lebowski us. He goes, leads. Yeah, we got a few leads.
Right. They're like, we could show you that the handprint is small. That's not good enough for you. Sorry.
He said it goes in a backlog that'll be looked at in 10 years for like a burglary. So like,
Everyone knows if you really want your crime to be solved, get murdered.
Yep.
But not very convenient. But the Milwaukee police did try to do something, the best they could do, I guess, which is a nothing burger. And they put out a digital flyer with the photo asking for info on the subject.
Okay.
But that was a long shot. And the Kriegs realized the only way to catch this guy was to do what it is they do best. They were going to have to bake their way out of being victims. So that's what they did. The couple got their mixing bowl. They threw in some flour, butter, eggs, a little bit of sugar, and then they added something new to their cookie batter, and that's a pinch of justice. See, the Kriegs baked a batch of cookies and then printed the image of the burglar on edible paper and slapped that image all over them cookies. Yeah, pretty cool. Hilarious. Then they threw a picture of the batch up on Facebook asking the community if they could help take a bite out of crime and help identify.
Oh, that's a good picture too.
Flowery felon.
The Milwaukee police should have done better with that. Yeah, that's a pretty clear picture.
Yeah, the Milwaukee police flyer came out before, same picture, but it wasn't on a batch of delicious cookies from a bakery, right? So
you know what might happen? Everyone, has a little bit of self diva promotion, like they want to be loved type thing. I bet this guy goes and buys like a ton of his own cookies, right? That's how you can catch him. When he goes and he's like, it's like when you're on the newspaper and you get all the newspapers.
He gets
he's gonna buy like 24 cookies.
It's widely known
up.
that in cases of murder, specifically of a child, that police will show up at the funeral and watch.
This is the same thing, basically. I mean, stealing a cookie cooker.
Right. Well, Will asked, did it work? And Will, within 20 minutes of posting the photo, tips were flowing in like icing from a piping bag, guys. And the community came through with more than 225 people sharing the post. And wouldn't you know it, it worked. Let me take it to the internet, guys. And this is a comment on the original post from the bakery. So commenting on their own post a couple days later, Canfora Bakery said, quote, "He's been identified. Thank you to everyone who responded."
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Justice into their own hands. Vigilante cookie justice.
That's what we should have done when we got our laptops stolen.
Yeah, but we didn't have a picture of him.
Put a lemonade stand out there.
Nobody would have known based on the tiny handprint.
No. Hey, let me see your hands.
They're selling laptops with his
shaking down kids
printed on it.
Yeah. Yeah, you give away laptops. That's a good point.
True.